Now as Ryan, Trenton, and Sean grab your attention towards the world of sports, food, and entertainment, and away from the things that are probably more important. We apologize for nothing and anything that may be spoken, learned, or forgotten today. This is the Real Tree Shaker Show.
Hello, and welcome to the Real Tree Shaker Show. I am Ryan. And Trenton didn't disappear.
He's not...
Oh, wait, he did. He's on his nature walk.
Yep,
Sorry.
he's on a nature walk. We need some of that cold, crisp air on a nice winter evening.
Yes.
So, he will be missed. We love you, brother, and he'll be back with us on the next one. Well, Ryan, we are coming into wintertime. With wintertime comes the baseball winter meetings. And that's where a lot of transactions, trades, rumors, everything just seems to happen in this nice little quick bundle of days. So far, nothing really major. Braves did land Jared Kelenic. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Kelenic. I like Kelenic. He's got some good power, some good speed. We'll see. I mean, he's the Rosario replacement. I probably put him a little bit under Rosario for now, but we'll see where he ends up. Maybe with a better team, or no, a new team, I should say. Maybe he ends up, his numbers looking a little better. So the Braves tend to do that. So.
And he doesn't have to come in and be the man, I mean, I know Julio was up there, but he doesn't even have to be Robin.
Sure.
He could be Alfred.
He had a lot of hype around him.
For sure. I mean, he was the number one,
drafted by the Mets. Yeah, drafted by the Mets, traded to the Mariners, and, I don't know that he ever really lived up to the hype that they thought he would be. So, pretty good grab, and didn't cost him a lot. So
yeah, pretty much a steal. So I like it. I think I'm with you. I think a fresh start might just jump kick start him, and get him in there with Seitzer and let him do his magic and his, coaching ability on hitting. I don't know why I said it that way. Yeah. But with that, all right. So what was the big talk during the season? Where is Ohtani going to go? Oh, I forgot to use this.
I know.
Where is Ohtani going to go? And I mean, it's just like, since then, since the season's ended, he tore the ligament in his arm. It's been kind of quiet and dull on the talks. I mean, is this because he's only going to be a DH next year? Won't pitch till 2025?
Yeah,
or is his bar just too high? What do you think?
I mean, someone's going to pay $700 million for the dude, or, however much it's going to cost, $750 million. Who knows? And they're going to, I know he's trying to keep things secret. I feel like he's almost kind of keeping teams hostage in a way, just because he doesn't want it getting out who he's talking to, how he's feeling about the whole process. So he's kind of a private person. So I get it, respect that, but I don't know. I think someone's going to overpay possibly for someone that you're really only going to get as a hitter. And I mean, he can be a great hitter, but you're really going to miss that dual threat of him being a pitcher too for at least a year, if not more, maybe. So, I'm not really partial to it. I really don't care if he ends up with the Braves or not. I mean, yeah, I'd love his bat in the lineup, but I wouldn't want to be on the hook for that contract.
And
so
maybe like a 5-year, I would be all about it. Maybe pay a little more than with the.
No way he's signing a 5-year.
Like a 5-year, $350 million. I'd pay that if I were the Braves. Why not?
Yeah.
Because I mean,
he won't take that. He wants years.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, with the contracts fully guaranteed, I mean, how can you turn it down? But I mean, that's just how stupid baseball is. I think they're smart by being able to keep these kids that get drafted, to put them on all these little contracts with the arbitration, and stuff like that. And so when they finally get off the hook and they're a superstar and you want to keep them or you want to get them, you're going to have to pay. So that's why
you're going to pay up.
Yeah, and then every team is basically going to be stuck with Bobby Bonilla contracts, which is, although I don't know, I think I'd rather have Frank Reich's contract right now. What is it, like $25K a day?
25K a day for 3 more years.
That's just ridiculous, man.
25,000 a year or a day for 3 more years. Can you imagine? How is he getting that? I wonder. How, is he seeing his bank account ding and like, oh, there's my 25,000 for the day when he wakes up in the morning? I don't know. I wonder how they're paying him that. Do they just,
no way,
give him a lump sum, or I don't know.
I would just be like, I want a paper check, and then that way. You got 5 times a week.
Happy Gilmore it.
Yeah, 5 times a week you're going to the bank just smiling, but
right.
Oh,
that's true. Well, kind of cool.
He got his money and avoided the Hunger Games, as we were just talking about how the culture in Carolina was labeled as the Hunger Games. So,
yeah, interesting there.
I don't know.
I can't whistle it very well.
No, I was trying to.
I've already forgotten the Hunger Games theme, and I just saw it not too long ago.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, did you see? Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, me and my daughter went. She was extremely excited for it. And I'm kind of odded. I don't know if that's a word, but it is odded out that I didn't go that I didn't see it sooner.
Yeah. It was pretty good. I liked it for sure.
Yeah, the only thing that sucked about the new one was that Jennifer Lawrence wasn't in it, but that would kind of thrown the story off.
Yeah, a little bit. It would have been kind of weird her being there. 60 years before or 50 years.
I mean, who knows what they
before
put
she
in
was
the water?
Born or whatever.
I don't know.
All right.
Who knows? All right. Well, anyways,
I was gonna say, did you see Craig Kimbrell went to the Orioles?
Yeah.
Speaking of baseball moves, I know we're talking about it.
That's crazy because get Bautista back, and then who was the other?
He's
guy?
hurt, dude. He had surgery. Cano.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, Senio Cano.
Yeah. Well, Bautista might be back.
I was surprised. I was like, I wonder.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that's a good 1-2 punch.
I guess it tells me they don't believe in Cano that much, or they want him to set up again. Maybe, I don't know, possibly. But we'll see if this Soto Yankees thing happens.
Do you think that's a good move for the Yankees? I mean, every story I keep reading, they think everyone's like, "Oh, it's such a great move for him," but it's like, for what? Another bat? This team needs more pitching to help out Garrett Cole.
Yeah. I know. Is he going to go the route of Stanton? Giancarlo Stanton. Go there. Is such a great hitter and really just kind of never pan out. Really, I mean, dude was hurt. I feel like 40% of his Yankee career. So, I don't know. They probably need some pitching for sure. So, who knows? I guess when you have all the money in the world, it doesn't matter. But
I mean, that kid is solid. Soto's solid. I mean, he's still only 24, and I mean, and he already got his big deal. So I guess his contract made sense. I guess just because he was signed from out of the country, I think the international contracts are different. So that's how Albies and Acuna and all them are getting their which are definitely steals of contracts. I mean, could you imagine if Ronald didn't have a deal in place, what he'd be asking, or pretty much what he's going to be asking in about 5 years?
Yeah.
I mean, do you pay him or Ohtani more?
there'll be a $1 billion contract by the time he asks for deal. He might be the first $1 billion man, basically.
Yeah,
so
that would be insane. That would be insane. Oh, why didn't my son play baseball? I mean, just kidding. My son's kicking some ass in theater.
That's where all the money's at.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
Well, that's NBA good. Too, man. All those are guaranteed contracts. You know, it's like, I don't know. So, all right. So
it's weird how the most popular sport in America, they hose paying their guys the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know. I can't believe that.
Most popular sport in the country. You know, you're like, you may not get paid, but.
Yeah.
So,
and then you get.
That's how it goes, I guess.
Well, let's see. Oh, yeah. I couldn't believe that Ohtani with the Blue Jays was kind of weird. But, I mean, if they're willing to pay, like you said.
Then do it.
Yeah.
Do it, you know.
And then, I mean, Trout.
Someone's
going
to.
Get out of freaking LA, man. Like, what are you doing? I know you've been there and you want to win there, but, dude, come on. Your legacy depends on a big postseason. And all he needs is one good postseason. And he's, you know, one of those top of our generation players. You know? But, I mean, he's just not there because he's not winning, you know? I mean, sure, the stats are great, but got to get those playoff appearances.
Right. He's been kind of injury prone too, I feel.
Yeah, and it seems
last
like
few years, you know.
It's like once you get that first big injury, and then it's like they all just are minor and seem to just happen more often.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Yankees got Verdugo too.
Yeah.
They got Verdugo, who's pretty good outfielder, young kid, and you know, we'll see. I'm like, man, the Yankees are going to have a pretty deep team, but that's always been the case. They've always had deep bats. It's the pitching. It's been a while since they've really been deep at pitching. So,
yeah, I mean, Cole.
A little surprised they're not focusing more on that.
I figured they would be kind of like in the Dylan Cease sweepstakes, you know, try to get him or try to go after Blake Snell. But I think Snell will probably end up in Seattle. That's where he's from. So
yeah. Well, yeah. Didn't you see the Seahawks game? He freaking was like ringing the bell. I was like,
man.
Okay, dude, you're basically saying you're gonna be there. Yeah. I was like, you're basically letting people know that you're gonna be here. So that's usually not something they say. Oh, you're a Padre. It's okay. Come on up and do this. So, but. We'll see.
Yeah, Padres would be dumb to let him go. But, I mean, he does walk a lot of guys. But, I mean, if Seattle got him with Kirby and who am I thinking? Who's the other stud that Seattle has?
That
other guy.
You got me thinking now, too. Yes, the other dude, then. Who is it, man? It's gonna bother me now.
Okay. We'll multitask.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look it up. Yeah. Right. There we go. Logan Gilbert, Robbie Ray.
Yes. Gilbert.
Brian Wu.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Brian
Ray
Wu was good too. Luis Castillo. Castillo.
So I
they
mean,
got a good pitching staff.
Right. And you know the offense will be good.
You add Snell to that.
And I don't think and then I don't think Julio's going to get off to a slow start like he did last year. You know, I think he was feeling a little bit of that contract, you know, and had a little extra pressure put on himself. But I think he's gotten through it, and that kid is a fun watch. So, but where do you think Dylan Cease goes? Do you think the Braves have a chance at him? Because
I do. I think they got a strong chance at getting him. I mean, he probably has the best stuff of the guys available. Because I don't really think Snell's on the market. I think he's going to the Mariners, but Cease has probably got the best stuff, and I just think you can get him for the right price, and he'd be a solid 3 that could turn into a 2 or a 1 eventually. So that's what we're gonna need when Max Fried goes.
Yeah.
So
I don't know,
but
we need something.
It's kind of sad.
I don't know. It looks like, according to Fox Sports, Mariners are going after Bellinger as well, and are possibly in the Randy Arozarena sweepstakes. So
I saw that too. And Ohtani talked about going there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we talked
imagine if they got all those guys.
Yeah, why not? I mean, jeez, like the Philadelphia Eagles getting all loaded up on the superstars.
Yeah.
But I think we talked about that a couple months ago about him going to Seattle because it's a quicker flight to Japan from Seattle. So
yeah,
could be that. And I mean, and that whole Northwest region, man, with Nike right there, I think he would. I think I like Ohtani in Seattle. Oh, get Snell.
I know.
Get Bellinger. Get a Rosarena. Oh, man,
right.
That'd be a fun team. That'd be a really fun team to watch.
It would be a very fun team. Yes.
I
would enjoy it.
I mean, I would think the Rangers would be a little more aggressive to kind of, load up to content or, repeat.
I know they're trying to get a pitching arm in there, so. But
because they're losing Montgomery, so that's why. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have to. I mean, it's evident because of how many runs the freaking Braves gave up. You need pitching in the divisional round against Philly.
Yes.
So, but that's okay because they didn't win it, and neither did we. But
yes. Oh, Bryce Harper is going to probably sign an extension too to stay with the Phillies.
I was just looking at that. A contract beyond 2031. See, I would be like,
I know, kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I would just be like, let's wait till like 2028 and let's see how you're still doing,
Yeah.
I mean, I had to change positions, and then agree. That elbow, it could give out again, but I don't know.
Exactly. I agree.
I don't know.
I'm just surprised they want to go soon. They want to go that deep. Yeah.
I just can't wait. Don't know. Oh, I can't. Yeah. I don't know. It's still my favorite sport. And still my favorite opening day. Excuse me. But
really?
Yeah, always. Always will be. I don't know what it is.
Opening day, yes. Favorite sport, I still go football. No, I can always watch. I get so sad when football ends, and baseball just stresses me out so much because usually the Braves are on the losing end, so it's tough.
Yeah, well, that's how I feel about my fantasy football. So that's why I'm looking forward to baseball starting, because I didn't do any basketball or hockey. So I've got like 2 teams, 2 out of my 5 teams, I think I know will make the playoffs. One is kind of I got to win and get in. So what about you? How are your teams?
I have 3 teams. I've clinched the playoff spot in 2 of them, and in my hometown league, I have to win this week to get in. I'm 7-6 with the second most points scored, but that's how our league is. Very competitive this year.
You must be the Buffalo Bills of your league. All right.
right. Pretty much, yeah. The turnovers are killing me.
I can't wait. Well, because, it's like, we got our trip, and I want to put what I win from those towards our trip. So we can.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't wait. So with
I'm going to try to do.
This weekend is the Heisman being announced. Real quick, who's your favorite to win?
I like Jaden Daniels. I do think Knicks could sneak in there and get it. possibly. Although I know people have been saying, well, Nixon, but it's voted on before last weekend, right? It was. Am I correct in saying that?
In. Yeah. I think the ballots are in already.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, they're not basing it off last weekend because you probably wouldn't have gone with Nix. Hell, you might have gone with Penix. I don't know. Out of all those guys, but probably Jaden Daniels. Just the stats, the numbers, man. Numbers don't lie, and you know he's got the best. So dude is killing it, man.
He is crazy good, and that he's probably moving up to being QB3 in this upcoming draft. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, what 5,000 yards of total offense? I mean, that just tells you how bad LSU was. Even though someone picked him to be in the college football playoff, but I think Nix would have won had he beat Washington. Or no, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
You think?
Yeah, throw that away because we just said
it wasn't done before then.
It was?
Right.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't? Not. Okay. So it's probably done now.
Yeah, so it was the ballots were already in before last weekend.
Okay.
So.
All right. So I think it could be Nix. I mean, why not give it to Harrison? I mean, it's like I mean, it seems to be like
he's by far the best receiver.
It could be the best player in the country. I mean,
true.
I don't know. It's like the Heisman and the MVP are basically quarterback awards. You know, occasionally you'll get the Mark Ingram or Devontae Smith here recently who won the Heisman, but it's like, you know, it's like with Tyreek Hill, how can he not be in the MVP conversation? You know?
Well, he went to what's college?
Yeah.
No. Oh, you were saying in the NFL? Yeah. Oh, it's all about quarterback. Always.
I'm saying both of them.
Your buddy Dak's the front runner. Yeah. Right. Heisman too.
He's going to win the Heisman too? Yeah, that's what I think about that. My buddy Dak. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? All right, so now we have all the whiny babies out there whose team didn't make it into the college football playoff, with Michigan being the 1 seed, Washington being the 2, Texas 3, and Bama 4. So that means Michigan plays Bama, Texas plays Washington. Did the committee get it right?
Yes. Man, I've fought with myself over and over on this question. I still don't see how a Power 5 conference with an undefeated record does not get in. I get it. The SEC champion has to make it in. There's partial towards that, but I just don't. I think Florida State got robbed, to be honest with you, and you know, I think they should have been the 4 seed, but unfortunately, we have a group of people that pick the college football playoff that probably don't really know a whole lot about college football. They just go with the name. They say, "Oh man, Nick Saban, we're going to put something in that's entertaining, not something that people are not going to watch." So, you know, I think that played a role in it, but I don't think they got it right leaving Florida State out. So,
yeah, I think it's tough because I mean, if Jordan Travis doesn't get hurt, it's a totally different ball game, and they probably would be the 3. They would probably be the 2 seed if he was still playing. I think they would have put them at 2, and then yeah, I mean, poor Georgia, 29 in a row, 2-time defending champs, and that's their only loss on a neutral field, and they get left out. I mean, I get Texas because they won in Tuscaloosa, but I don't know.
They lost to Oklahoma.
He did lose to Oklahoma.
On a neutral field.
Yeah.
So don't lose on a neutral field and you'll get it.
I think they're just looking at it because I think I heard that the first round matchups, the average margin of victory has been like 19 points. so it's like, I guess they're trying to get more competitive. Yeah,
Sure.
But I don't know. I do feel bad for Florida State, but I mean, all they should do is just put Liberty in, and then nobody has any complaints, because why not? Right. They went undefeated too,
Yeah,
so,
put Florida State and Liberty as your 3 and 4. There you go.
There you go.
Power 5 conference is the question, right? Is the main point.
Of course. But there's only 4 spots, So I don't know.
Yeah.
They had this Fox did a little 12-team playoff. I don't know if you saw that, but it has like,
I saw it. What it would look like.
Yeah, Florida State against Liberty, Mizzou against Oregon, Ole Miss against Georgia, Penn State against Ohio State in the first round. That'd be some good games. Pretty good games. But, and then, And then, so basically you would have Alabama, Florida State, second round, Michigan, Oregon, round 2, Texas, Georgia.
Be good.
And then Washington, Ohio State. So that bracket, of course, would set up to where Michigan would play Ohio State in the championship. But
perfect.
We see the blueprint for next year, because I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, is Ohio State, how are these teams going to be next year? They said there's already 1,500 kids in the transfer portal. So these kids,
Ohio State, I think it's like 10 players, 8. Ohio State, 10 players, 8 starters already in the transfer portal by Kyle McCord. But it's like, damn, like, not good.
Nope.
We'll see him at where did someone say LSU? No, where was it? Where did they say that McCord was going to go to? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. I don't try to pay attention to many Ohio State stories, anyways, except for when we beat them.
Me either.
All right.
Yes. I will say the only thing I found a little wrong in the Florida State robbery was that the committee trying to predict what was going to happen. That was something that kind of came out that, well, we thought they would not be competitive, but you can't take that based on an injury, If Bama would have lost to their starting quarterback, would you said, well, sorry, we're not going to put them in now because they might not be competitive, in this game? Or, if Michigan lost McCarthy, would they be like, well, they're not a number 1 seed anymore, we're going to put them 4 because they might not, be competitive. I don't think you should have a committee making decisions like that based on assumptions, based it on the facts, on what you have in front of you, not what you think is going to happen,
Yeah.
If it's a committee, you're trying to do things by the book, by, I don't want to say by law or anything. I'm not trying to be Judge Dredd over here. It's all, but I'm just saying, like, you have to do things by the book, and put those teams that are deserving to be in there, undefeated in a Power 5 conference should get you in.
I think they just made a mistake by having it at 4 teams to start with. I mean, you could have done 6.
Oh, for sure.
2 first, top 2 get a bye, and then just format it like the NFL, because it's basically what college football is turning into.
Right.
Another multi-billion-dollar business. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, my thing about it that I always said was, do it like college basketball. I want to see the 64-team playoff, and let's go from there. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, just go straight conference games, and if you have these big conferences, I mean, you eliminate the annual game, and then you just rotate the schedule.
Yep.
Because SEC is going to have 16 teams next year. So, you do 8. Yeah. 8, and then, then you do, the playoff. And then I guess you just get rid of conference. Well, I guess, if you're playing conference, I guess you could still have a conference championship. But
still could. I just say do eight conference games, top 2 play for the conference championship. There you go.
Yeah, no need for divisions or anything like that. Just, rotate it.
These kids are playing 13, 14 games anyways, so I don't know.
Plus,
I try to be a solutions-based guy, but
this guy right here.
This guy.
So last night I checked out, I don't know if you have seen it yet, but I watched the Kelsey documentary. Have you seen that yet?
I haven't yet, no.
Pretty cool.
Jason Kelsey we're talking about.
Jason, yes. Yes, the Travis Taylor Swift edition will be out next year.
You mentioned that. I mean, the Swifties are going to go crazy.
But yeah, no, it was pretty cool because it follows, because he thought about, he's like, okay, one more year. And it shows him from the beginning of last year and it takes him all the way through. And that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, dude. I mean, I don't understand what their podcast did to get number 1 in sports listening that we're not doing. I mean, it's just that last name. I mean, come on. So
I know.
But it is a pretty fun podcast. And I mean, the Kelsey brothers are a little off center, but you know what? That's cool. They're being themselves. It's like you see them how they're in their true element, and they're like that all the time. And Donna Kelsey, their mom,
they're somewhat normal like us.
Somewhat. More somewhat than they are. Plus, way better looking. So, but yeah.
I agree, man. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, we're only 2 sexy men right now. # missing one.
Right? We did our...
But check that out. Really cool.
We need our trio of 360 men.
Yes. Have you watched the new Hard Knocks with the Dolphins?
Yes, I have.
I haven't checked that out yet.
It's interesting. I mean, McDaniel's pretty cool. He's a player's coach for sure. He's like a young kid, man. Like, it reminds me of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory getting to, like he's like a kid in a candy store, man. It's like he's getting to run an NFL team, man. It's pretty entertaining to watch. It's it's cool to watch him. He's just he's a funny guy, man.
He is. He reminds me of Millhouse.
I like it. Yeah,
he looks like Millhouse.
A grown-up Millhouse.
Oh, hey, Barnes. Yeah. All right.
That was pretty good.
Was it? I'll have to hear it on the replay.
It actually was. Not too bad, man.
I am available for voiceovers.
Pretty good.
Yeah. See, you get the deep savory
you get to go the mic, savory.
Okay.
Let's go. I liked it, man. I liked it.
All right. I'll have to copy and cut that. Watch out, TikTok. Here we go.
Yes. I know, right? That's going on the talk.
That's right, the talk. All right. Well,
I think that's what the kids are calling it.
The talk? No, that's what we call it. That's what we've dubbed. We've dubbed that. Okay. So, all right.
There you go.
So, with football, we're gonna slide now into the pros, and let's give a quick recap. Last week, Ryan 9-4 in rapid fire. Me and T went 10-3. So I am starting to pull away from you, my man. I got a 5-game lead now.
I know the Chiefs really screwed me over. I really thought the Chiefs would win. The Jags I thought would win. you know.
And then else?
Titans, Colts. What else did I lose on?
What else was there? 1, 2, 3. You picked Titans, Steelers, Chiefs, Jags. And me and T missed.
Steelers, man, jeez.
I know. We all missed the Steelers.
We all missed Steelers. We all
the only one that
missed
was
the
different
Chiefs, and we all missed the Jags.
Was you taking the Titans.
Yeah.
That was the only one. Minshew Mania
gotta have some differences.
One difference.
Man, I was looking good. It was looking good. I thought Titans take a field goal lead. They'll get a turnover. Titans win. Nope.
That's a pretty good game. Down there. That was a good game, though. I mean, Colts are a little feisty. Colts are feisty. I like them. I mean, but I don't think they're in the spot with Anthony Richardson, though. I think Minshew's just good enough. I mean, I think maybe they do like split package with A-Rich, but I don't know. I just think that Minshew's experience has helped him a little bit, and he's got a really good rapport with Michael Pittman Jr.
Oh, yeah, with Pittman.
And JT, come on, man. You got your money. You got to stay healthy, dude. But all right, well, let's start. And let's just get this crap game that's going to be on tomorrow. The Patriots 2-10 traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the 7-5 in the Mitchell Trubisky led Steelers. Steelers are 6-point favorite, and the over under is 30.
There may not be 6 points scored in the game. There may not even be 6 points scored in the game.
I know, it's Iowa football. This is like Thursday night.
This is your 5-2 game or 5-3 game or something, man.
Yep, Red Sox taking on the Pirates.
Horrible, dude.
Thursday night football. I know. Man, I'm totally with you. Like, why don't they flex this out? But I guess Thursday nights are a little tougher than doing Sunday and Monday.
It's hard, man. It's hard, yeah. They can't even – they got to post Bill Belichick in the graphic, too. They can't even put a Patriots player, in it. So, man, I don't want to pick them, but I got the Steelers at home.
Their kicker?
Only because they're at home. Yeah.
That's the sole reason I went there, too. I could only think that. So, I mean, I could see this. I don't even want to see
this game. I feel bad.
I don't know. What's your score in this?
I'm gonna go 16-10 Steelers over the Pats.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Steelers.
A little closer, just
But I like him at 13-10. Patriots defense is good.
Close.
Pittsburgh's defense is good. I think it's just which quarterback throws the dumbest interception will lose the game.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say that I'm interested to see if Najee Harris is out too. He might not play. I don't know. So it might be a Jaylen Warren game, which would be interesting.
He's better than Najee.
All to himself.
Yeah, he's better than Najee anyways.
For sure.
So, and hopefully Deontay Johnson will actually get off the line when the ball is snapped because he doesn't get the football.
Yeah.
All right. Ryan, Lions at 9-3, trying to keep pace to get that one of those top seeds in the playoffs. Travel to Chicago to play the Bears. Give them a little bit of a game on Thanksgiving. Lions only a 3-point favorite on the road.
Yeah, tough one here. Division game, it's. I'm sure the weather is going to be cold, and who knows what it's going to look like there. But I don't know. I like the Lions in it. I think it's going to be somewhat close, but I'm going to go 27-20 Lions over the Bears.
All right, I'm with you. Let's see how Goff does on the road, but I think you're going to see this be the Montgomery Gibbs ground and pound. Oh,
yeah.
What is the nickname that they came up for him?
What do they call it? I keep thinking it's not Thunder.
Rhythm and
I don't
Bruise.
know why I keep thinking it was Thunder and Lightning.
Rhythm and
Bruise. There you go.
I like that. So, yeah. And then
like
Sam
that.
Laporta.
I do too.
Will eat him up in the seam. But Fields plays good against the Lions, but I like the Lions 24-20. The Panthers 1-11. And their new interim head coach fired up, traveled to New Orleans to take on.
Yeah.
Hates that W. Jameis Winston and the 5-7 Saints. Saints are 5.5.
Man,
favorites.
You stole my line, man. That's what I was gonna do.
Oh,
I was gonna eat. I was gonna go. I'm gonna eat Duffy. No, how did he do it? He's like,
yeah. He had the whisk. He had the W.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, Jameis, they should just make a show on that dude. Did you see him rapping to Derek Carr, singing Ludacris when they were playing the Falcons? Look up that video.
Okay.
Ludacris was playing at the Georgia Dome when the Saints were playing the Falcons, and it was funny. Like Luda's singing the rap to Derek Carr. Derek Carr's sitting on the bench there, and just like looking like, what the fuck's going on? And Winston's all up going, singing to him, and it's just funny as hell, man. I promise. But yeah, I like the Aints in this one. Strong defense. I think their defense finally starts to perform again. They have a good stretch of games coming up, the next few games, and this will start it. I will say the Panthers gave the Bucks a good game. They played really hard-nosed, good football, you know. So we'll see what happens, but I'm gonna go with the Saints. I like them 24-13 over the Panthers.
All right. I'm with you on the Aints, and for some reason, I just think there's going to be that new blood, all hyped up like the Raiders, you know, when they let Antonio Pierce take over. So I think the Saints win. I don't trust Jameis, but I like the Saints 17-14, low scoring game.
Ooh,
all right,
close one.
Rams. The Rams, who are in playoff contention, 6-6, traveling to Baltimore off their bye week at 9-3. I mean, AFC is wide open for the Ravens. Ravens open up at 7-point favorites.
Yeah, a little high. I mean, the Rams have been playing really good lately since they got Kyron back. He's definitely balanced out that offense, and you know, they've been looking good. I know they've dealt with some injuries with Puka and Cooper Kupp. Did I read Cooper Kupp had a concussion or something? Did I read something like that, or does he have an injury? I don't know.
I don't know. I know Puka's got the AC joint in his shoulder.
Yeah, and he has a rib issue. Let me look it up and see. I thought that's what I saw, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I like the Ravens in this one. I don't know that it'll be that convincing, but I do see kind of a shootout. I'm going to go 31-24 Ravens over the Rams.
Lamar against NFC teams is, I think, only lost once in his career. I think he's like 17 or 18-1 against NFC teams. So I think that continues, and I like the Ravens 30-20. What did you say your score was on that?
31-24.
31-24.
Ravens.
Okay. All right. So with that, where's the button? There we go. Jags. Ugh.
Without T-Law, let's just be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you got an Iowa quarterback about to take over, and CJ Beathard. It's over. It's over. They're
could
traveling
be worse.
to Cleveland.
It could be. Oh boy, rules.
Well, he kind of ruled, somewhat ruled.
Yeah.
The clock struck midnight pretty quick on Tim Boyle.
Yeah. I'm sad.
Bench at halftime and cut 3 days later to put Zach Wilson back in. But let's not take away from the battle of CJ Beathard in DTR. Browns are still 7-5, but I think the Browns play Flacco from this point. I think just because...
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the guy just came in and threw for 250 and played pretty good. But, yeah, I think he gives them the best chance to win.
Well, I'm sorry that the Jags season might be in jeopardy here, at least the division possibly, but I like the Browns in this one, man. I just think their defense steps up, causes some turnovers from Beathard. They get down and dirty with the running game with Ford and Hunt. So, but I do think it's a little low scoring. I'm still going to go, it's going to be close. I'm going to go 2017 Browns over the Jags.
I like the dog pound as well, but for some reason, I just thought it would be a 17-16 game. Lots of field goals. I thought it was interesting. Yeah. I thought it was interesting. I saw a comparison where it was showing, Burrow on the sideline with a tablet and a headset sitting on the sideline, with Browning, and then it showed Watson in the suite.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. And Yep. Mm-hmm. And he's in the suite.
Getting a massage.
Next.
Probably, I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, I saw that too, and they were basically saying this is how, you expect the leader on your team to do this, and Deshaun don't care. He's getting his money. He got paid. He got guaranteed cash. He don't care. That's a difference, though. I think now,
Burrow got paid
wants
too.
To win regardless.
Yeah. No,
True.
What else are you gonna do? Okay, you could just take 3.5 hours out of your, busy schedule now and go be with your teammates.
I
agree. He was just horrible this year. But yeah, I think that's kind of a stay away from game, I think. But not this next one. For sure. The Bucs still in that NFC South contention. Big game as they travel to Atlanta to take on the 6-6 Falcons. Falcons only a 2.5-point favorite at home. Do I need to even ask where you're going in this?
Well, the Falcons, I always say, right? The Falcons do play, they play very, very good at home. They play very good in the Dome. They're always a tough team to face, always, every year. So, I think they're 10-5 in the last couple years. So, they always play good. But give me the Bucs. They're coming back. This is going to be the game that starts them winning again. I know they won last week. This is going to start their 2-game winning streak, carry it into next week. So, but I just think they play a hard, tough-nosed game. I got this one 21-20.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, are the linebackers? You going to have any linebackers this week? Because I don't think any of them.
Don't know yet. I hope.
You were playing safeties at linebacker last week.
Yes,
but
yes.
Did enough, and I'm with you. I like the Bucs on the road, 24-21. I'm looking forward to that game for some reason. Not this next one.
I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah. The Texans, the talk of the South. Big game because they could jump into first place with a win and the Jags loss. They're traveling to East Rutherford to take on the Aaron Rodgers. Wait, no. Zach Wilson. No, wait. Tim Boyle. No, wait. Trevor Siemian. Oh, wait. Zach,
Trevor
you're back.
Siemian.
Yes. All right. And Rippon. Yeah, there you go.
We also signed Brett Rippon. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God. What a mess in New York. It doesn't matter who's playing quarterback, but who you got.
Man, it's kind of tough because teams really struggle against New York, and CJ Stroud has kind of been showing a little bit of the ill effects of being a rookie. I think they kind of reached that peak after that 12-13 game mark, where they kind of, it starts taking effect, those rookies. So, I hope he has a good game for my fantasy life, but I do like the Texans. I just don't think it's going to be an extremely high-scoring game. I like this one 21-13, Texans over the Jets.
All right. Well, I will not give the Jets that many points unless you're counting the defense to score a touchdown for them. I like the Texans. I'm with you. I think this has got to be more of a quick passing game, running the ball with Pierce. Got to get him going. But I like the Texans in a field goal battle, 18-3. Yes. All right. Colts at 7-5, traveling to the Jake Browning led Bengals at 6-6. Big game to win in Jacksonville on Monday night. Colts 2.5-point favorites on the road.
Yeah, a little surprising, man. Jake Browning completing 82% of his passes. That's what this dude's doing. I mean, maybe he's a diamond in the rough. I don't know. Maybe Burrow's luck on the sideline is helping him out. I don't know, but something tells me the Bengals are going to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. I think they're alive in this game. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be a hard-fought victory just like this last Monday night, but I do like the Bengals, and I'm going to go 24-20. Bengals over Colts.
Very cool. All right. Well, so far we're in agreement on every game, and that continues because I like the Bengals too. 27-24. I think it's a highly entertaining game. And like we said earlier, Colts are fun to watch. And Browning figured it out. Throw the ball to Jamar Chase. He'll take care of the rest. You know? All right.
Just throw it up.
Yeah. Huge division game. Seattle Seahawks with their, I think, playoff positioning in trouble if they don't win this game. But they got to go to Santa Clara and play the Niners fresh off their thumping of Philadelphia. Oh, wait. Thank you, San Francisco.
Yes.
That was thoroughly enjoyable. But anyways, Niners open up as 10.5-point favorites at home.
Wow. I definitely would not give them that line. I still think it's a division game. Seahawks usually playing pretty tough. I mean, the Seahawks look like they had figured it out against the Cowboys. I mean, tough defense. I get it, Thursday night game, but I think it'll be close. I just cannot trust them to win, man. I can't go against the Niners right now the way they're playing. So I do like the Niners. I'm going to go 31-27.
All right.
Close divisional game.
I'm in agreement on the Niners as well. I like them with 31, but Seattle only getting 24. And boy,
pretty
the
close.
Niners are fun to win. All right, is Brock Purdy MVP front runner?
Sure.
I mean, he
front
leads
runner. I mean, there's probably a
every
top
statistical category.
Top 3.
Yeah, but he's not the best player on his own team. I mean, Dak would be up there. I mean, okay, so who would your top 5 MVPs? I'd go, Purdy? Dak would have to be up there. Tyreek. Christian McCaffrey. Lamar Jackson.
Would you put Lamar? Yeah, Lamar. I was going to say Lamar I would put up there. Yeah, I agree with that. I probably have Dak, Purdy, Hill, McCaffrey, and Lamar would probably be my top 5 right now. So
I don't know. It's just
if Hill gets over 2,000, I don't know, man.
I mean, okay, so you would say Tyreek Hill's the best player on the Dolphins, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And Lamar's obviously the best player on the Ravens.
Right.
But Purdy's not even top 5, maybe even top 10 players on his own team. Isn't that crazy?
Look what the guy's doing, though, man.
I know, but I mean, we'll see if
the last pick in the draft, man.
I know,
crazy,
it's unbelievable what he's doing, and I'm really glad he got to redeem himself against Philly after hurting his arm last year in the playoffs, and they had to play with Josh Johnson at quarterback. All right, so today it was announced Pasternak is starting for the Vikings at 6-6, still in the mix. They're traveling to the Raiders at 5-7. Has the new interim coach, whatever. Has the magic for Antonio Pierce.
Antonio Pierce.
Yes, led Raiders. Has the magic worn off?
Maybe a little. I think, Aiden O'Connell has not played that great. They probably just need to give the ball to Josh Jacobs and, let him kind of run the show. Every once in a while, you gotta throw it up to Devontae, let him get something. But man, for some reason, I like the Vikings kind of redeeming themselves in this game. I don't know why. This is a very hard game to pick, man, because I just don't think it's gonna be so close. It's gonna be whoever has the ball last that's gonna win the game. But give me the Vikings. I'm gonna go. I think I had this score too high, but I'm going to go 23-21 Vikings over the Raiders.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm with you, Skull. Vikings. Roll. Not roll, but it's close. I think it's competitive. Yep. That's for you, Hoser. If you're one of our 13 listeners.
There you go. Right.
But I like the Vikings. Close. 24-20. Oh, my gosh. All right. The matchup, I think, second best matchup of the weekend coming up is the Bills. Got to win to stay alive. Traveling to KC to take on the Chiefs, who are probably a little pissed off after last game. But they're only 2.5-point favorites at home. I thought that was an odd line.
Yeah. Very strange, right? I'm like, what does Vegas know? Because I like the Chiefs is blowing them out, man. Very pissed off. I know they're going to come out just this is going to be a game. Mahomes is going to come out just first drive. I could see a minute. He throws a touchdown, second drive, a minute and a half touchdown. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be 21. Oh yeah. 21-3 at the end of the first quarter or something like that.
Okay.
So I like the Chiefs to win this game. I'm going to go Chiefs 38-20 over the Bills.
Ooh. Wow. So you this is
I don't know.
Big blowout. Okay. Well, we will have our first difference in picks. I think Buffalo does go in and get it because they've played them good. They have played them tough.
Sure.
The whole new overtime rule is because of that matchup. But I think Buffalo Josh Allen's just too good, man, to be down there. And now with all these injuries to the quarterbacks in the AFC, Buffalo could get on a run. I mean, I would trust Josh Allen more than Tua in the playoffs, right? Baltimore is going to get the 1 seed. So, I mean, it could be wide open for the Bills to make a little run. So I like the Bills 28-27 with Harrison Butker missing the tying extra point late in the game. Broncos.
Wow, missing an extra point.
Yep.
Interesting.
He's going to kick it off someone's head. I could just feel it. All right. Broncos country. Let's ride. 6-6 going to LA to take on the Chargers at 5-7. 3-point favorite for the Chargers.
Another tough game to pick. Divisional game. They always play each other pretty good. something just tells me the Chargers are going to find a way to win this game. I don't know. I like Herbert having a pretty good game, having a little bit of redemption after the last couple of weeks, him kind of looking like trash.
You don't mean
Eckler definitely
that
needs to get
fantastic
going.
win 6-0 over the Patriots last week?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. See, you got to realize I'm probably partial because I'm picking my fantasy guys to have good games. So that's one reason why I have CJ Stroud. That's one reason why I have, I have Keenan Allen doing very well in this game. So I do like the Chargers. I'm going to go with in this game 27-24 Chargers over the Broncos.
Yeah, I think Denver's peaked. I think I know they just came off that 5-game winning streak, but I just think that when you have to have Russell do more than just stay in the context of the game plan, I think that's where he's lost his edge. And somehow the Chargers, like you said, find a way to win, not a way to lose. So I like the Chargers 21-17. Game of the week. Eagles 10-2 traveling to Arlington to take on Ryan's dim boys, who sit at 9-3, and the Cowboys open up as 3.5-point favorites.
Well, we'll say this. I know this was a point I forgot to bring up, and I hate to go past, but in a pick we already made with the Vikings, but it is a return to Jeddah. Jefferson coming back, so that's one reason why I feel a little stronger.
Good point.
I feel a little stronger about that pick with the Vikings. So didn't mean to go back. Anyways, onto your Cowboys game. Who you think I got? Come on, I like the Cowboys in this game. I do think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be really competitive. It's going to be super entertaining. As much as we hate the Cowboys, most games of theirs are entertaining regardless, whether they win or lose. They usually are, so, best Thursday night game of the year probably last week.
Easily.
Yeah, I like the Cowboys in this. I do think it's a nice little shootout, man. I like them 38-35 over the Eagles.
Okay. All right. Well, I like the Cowboys.
Big Smelt House.
What did I write? All right.
You're like a Millhouse going through puberty, man. That's what it sounds like.
It's my sinuses, folks. It's my sinuses. But yeah,
I know.
I like the Cowboys. I mean, I think they're just playing good, and I think Philly's just tired because they've had a big stretch of games, and still a couple of tough more coming up. And Dallas at home has just been unbelievable. That Seattle was the closest home game they've had, but they've got the firepower. And I think Philly's defense is a little overrated.
Very.
There's something in Philly, like, I don't get why they just don't run the ball. Their whole thing is just pound it. I mean, run the push-tush 99 times down the field. Who knows? That'll finally get you into the end zone.
They probably could.
But that is a Sunday night game.
Probably could.
That is a Sunday night game. So hopefully that's...
What did you pick as the score?
27. And I think Philly goes on a 2-game losing streak.
Philly, I was going to say, Philly has the worst pass defense in the league. They're ranked 32nd in the NFL in pass defense.
That's what Cowboys do good.
They just got killed by the Niners, and they just got killed by the Niners. So,
yep, I think that'll be a little lower scoring than the Niners-Eagles game, just because division game, but Dallas gets it done. And so with that, for some reason, we have 2 Monday Night Football games. And They're both running at the same time.
They're barn burners.
They're both at the same time. One's on ABC
Why?
and one's on ESPN, and they are both owned by the same company. So I don't get it, but Packers, fresh off their victory over the Kansas City Chiefs, traveling to East Rutherford to take on the Giants off their bye week, following their 2-game winning streak. But the Packers are 6.5-point favorites.
Wow, super hot line there. I mean, I get it. The Packers just beat the Chiefs at home. Lambeau, tough place. Mahomes' first time playing there too. Man, what's Tommy DeVito gonna do against the Packers? Hey,
come on, you shabroni.
Man, it's gonna be closer. It's gonna be pretty close, man. I like Barkley having a good game in this one too. Wink, wink. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Packers 23, Giants 20.
All right, a lot closer than I thought, but I am too on the Packers. I think Jordan Love's kind of slowly starting to get it, and the Packers defense is playing a lot better.
Yep.
Pretty much shut down Mahomes and company last week, and that was a pretty good game too. But I don't know. I just feel like I don't know what the Giants are trying to do. I mean, I get playing for pride, but I don't know. I think there's too much tension, but I love the way Thibodeau's playing, and yeah, I'm with you. I think Barkley has a big game. Wink, wink. And I like the Packers 27-17. Game 2 of Monday nights, the Titans and Mayo Boy Levis 4-8, traveling to Miami at 9-3. This is going to be another slaughter, I think. We know how Miami does against below 500 teams.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then Titans are one of the other worst pass defenses in the league. So, I mean, Minshew carved them up. I mean, come on, man. Now you're facing Tua and the Dolphins. I do like Waddle having a nice little game here too, because it's been a while for him. He's been pretty average this season and really hasn't shown. I get it. Tyreek Hill, you got him good. He can still get his 100 yards, and so can Hill, and so can Waddle. So, but yeah, I definitely like the Dolphins in this game. I'm gonna go. What did I say? 42-17, Dolphins over Titans.
2-17. Yep, I like the Finns to swim away with this victory at 35-17. So should be exciting. And next week, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, Thursday night, Saturday football, and Sunday and Monday. So from this point out, we've got NFL on 4 days. So don't worry, you don't have to.
I'm not a fan of them playing these 2 Monday night games at the same time. I'm not a fan of that.
This should be a West Coast game for the second game. Do it like you do on opening weekend, but I don't even think they did that. They waited till like week 2
they can't
this year.
though. Yeah.
I mean, you could have put.
They can't. They're in Miami,
Yeah, you could have put San Francisco and Seattle as the second Monday night game.
Or Broncos at Chargers.
Broncos or Chargers, yeah. I mean,
in LA,
Vikings Raiders even would have been okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I don't get the same time thing, but all you need to do. Let's go back to the Jags. We were talking about the employee who got busted, who stole $22 million from the team from 2019 to 2022. The team, Ryan, says that he had exploited the organization's virtual credit card program. And with violating the program, this guy ends up, or person, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, I didn't look too far, but 2 vehicles, not listed what kind, a condo, a designer watch, bought some crypto, which I'm sure hit, placed some bets on a lot of gambling sites, and chartered a bunch of personal jets.
Jeez.
And it took him 3 years to discover this. What kind
of interesting, right?
Does this guy go to jail, or a person go to jail, or I don't know. I just thought that was kind of
funny. Probably should, but I don't. Like I said, I don't. When you're a billionaire, I guess you don't notice those things. But if not, you should probably fire your accountant.
For real,
for not seeing these things, like not noticing those things. It's still millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm. What was
Nothing
it?
to us.
What was it? Office Space, where they do the little virus to where it takes the 0.0000001. Yep. And then slowly,
if even that.
Yep. Well, with that, ladies and gents, that's our show for this evening. Ryan, tell everyone where they can find us.
You can find The Real Tree Shaker Show on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. You can find us wherever you listen to your podcast, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. Please look for us. Search Real Tree Shaker Show. Leave us a comment. Leave us an emoji. Send us some flowers. We love to hear from you. We want to know what you want to hear from us. So those 13 people out there, we expect a lot from you.
Yeah.
So
let's get
that number up.
15. Yes. Come on. Whoever you are in Germany that listened, get back on. Let's go. Put down the brats.
We appreciate it.
Yes. But it might have taken beers and brats to listen to us. So I don't know.
True.
So with that, we did miss our good buddy T. It was a great show.
Yes.
I'm going to go check out Jameis Winston. Getting that W. Listening to Ludacris.
Eat some W's.
Yep.
Yes.
That was fun. As always, my man.
Yes.
Great show. We'll see everybody next time. Thanks for listening. This has been the Real Tree Shaker Show. We'll see you next time. Okay, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Boy.